Aloha and welcome. In this short video, we're going to talk about plans. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is the system development lifecycle. This is similar to the software development lifecycle. People like me, I've been a developer all my life, and I'm very familiar with this process. We have a very similar process that has a lot of the same steps for system planning. So let's look at this. So a system lifecycle is a system's operational lifespan from initiation to the end of life, the EOL. You'll hear the phrase EOL used a lot, especially, for example, Windows. Windows hit its EOL, like Windows 10 just hit its EOL recently. It's end of life, or it's end of service life, EOSL. That's when it can't be used any further past that point. Well, you shouldn't because of lack of security updates, that type of thing. But these things are, you've got the initiation of it from the beginning when you're planning all the way to the end of the life of it. In the system development lifecycle, the SDLC, that's a conceptual model that describes the system development phases from that initiation through maintenance. So the exact number of system SDLC phrases, it's going to vary depending on the sources that you're reading, but there's essentially seven main phases. You've got system planning in the beginning. So before you have anything, you've got the planning for the system. Then you've got requirements analysis. You've got to have people, usually business analysts, that type of person that's going to analyze it and figure out what does this system need. Then you're going to have the design of the system. This is going to be done by other people usually. So the system's going to get designed. Then you're going to develop the system that's been designed. And then you're going to do system integration. You're going to integrate this into the systems that you have. And then you're going to do system implementation. And then you're going to do system operation and maintenance. Once it's all established, you're going to have operation and maintenance, O&M. So this is the regular life cycle of the system, all the way, until end of life, essentially. So keep that in mind. So this is the plans, these seven phases are the system development life cycle. We have another type of plan called business continuity plan. And we talked about this in our incident response talk or chapter previously. So it would have been nice if they had actually covered these concepts prior to it, but we are going to deal with it right now. So business continuity, BC, that's an organization's ability to remain functional during a disaster or an incident. So the two events that will impact business, your business continuity is a disaster like environmental, accidental, or intentional catastrophic event, or you can have an incident, whether it's accidental or intentional security related event. And business continuity is going to rely on two different abilities. One is going to be disaster recovery, and the other one is incident response. So disaster recovery is your ability to return to normal operations after you've had a disaster like a tsunami or an earthquake, something like that. Incident response is an organization's ability to recognize and respond to an incident, something that's happening security-wise. So there's three types of plans that are going to enable an organization to respond to a disaster or an incident. The first one is your BCP, your business continuity plan. It's also called the COOP, the continuity of operations planning. That's a set of processes that an organization is going to follow to maintain business continuity during that disaster or incident. You also have your disaster recovery plan. That's going to be a set of processes that are going to be used to return to your normal operations after disasters happen. And lastly, we've got the incident response plan, the IRP. That's a set of processes an organization follows to recognize, respond, and recover from incident. We cover that really in really good detail in the last chapter on incident response and forensics. So that's it for this short chapter. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Aloha.